And that was what Els was talking about yesterday when she was talking about me. Because I could finally not have to hide it anymore. So, oh, I think it's my mailman. Hi! So, okay, so I talked about doing some projects. Okay, it's a customer. Hold on one second, okay, guys? Sorry about that, guys. Thanks, India. That's why my name came up. Okay, so I talked about the set of cards that I thought we could make a few projects with. So my thought was, I don't know if we'll be able to do it now, but we can make a start anyway. I thought there are 3 sizes of cards, all with a Christmas kind of theme. I don't think it has to be Christmas at all. What I did was I grabbed some Tim Holtz dies, stationary dies that I have of his. I just pulled out stamps while we were doing the live. I grabbed some neutral colored papers that I have, and I have a brown ink pad. My thought was I could make maybe a tall book, because I think these cards are pretty cool. So I kind of like that plaid on that one. So here's a nice, oops, somebody else came in, I think, maybe. Let's go with this one. Let's just be quick about it, right? And I have some of the dies from Tim that are these stacked dies. So the thing about this is you get 25 dies in the pack. They come in all kinds of shapes, like in hearts. And there's 5 dies in each size times 5, so for 25 dies, which means you can cut multiple things at once. And I thought it would be kind of fun to die cut a hole in the bottom of one of the cards. So even maybe a series. So the good thing about this is I could line my dies up. And cut a series of holes. So I think 3 would be too much across the bottom, but I could definitely do 2. And I could put a number or something in there. So let me, I don't know if this will fit through the tiny little sidekick. Let's just line that up. Oops, and then I moved it. Let's see if it'll go through the sidekick. If not, I'll have to do it on the big machine. Nope, just a little bit too wide. So I'm going to go off camera. And I'm going to die cut it on the machine, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's just remove the tape. This is the Sizzix tape that I love. It does not rip the paper. So I think that would be kind of cool for a cover. And I could do some kind of big number or something up here, or a word. And let's see. I mean, I could even put the squares back in here. Let's just pop them out. Back to front. That's not very exciting, but it could have been if the other side had been exciting. So that one's not either, so we'll leave that. We won't do that. Let me just make a couple marks with a pencil. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Dawn. Actually, I wonder if it'll fit that way. Nope. So I'm just going to make a couple of interior pages, and I would need to find my corner rounder and round all the pages. Let's see what else have I got in here. Let's see if I've got something bigger than that. So how's everybody doing on this Tuesday, first day of November? Where on earth does time go? Let's see how wide that is. So we're going to say just under 3 inches. Hi, Linda. So I thought out of this stack of cards I could probably get 3 or 4 projects at least. So my thought was I can actually put these in a couple of different ways. One of the ways is just to put a crease in there, fold it, tape it in, or glue it in and have them go like that. I could bind it with, I have 49 and Market washi tape. That would make a cute binding. I also have the black fabric tape, which would be nice. First snow of the season, Linda. Wow. I'm sure that brings with it cold weather, right? When you see it on the TV, it doesn't look that cold. But I think, like this year, Colorado had snow in June, which to me was like crazy. So I could use this to bind in here, or I could use the black. I've got a couple different widths of the black fabric tape. So I could also do this. Maybe I'll do that for the cover. Is there an end on this? Yep. Maybe I'll do that for the cover. And then we'll use the washi tape on the inside of the book. And let's find a card for the back. Some of these are so pretty. What about something like that for the back? Now I want to leave some space so that the book will close right when I have stuff in it, but I think that'll make a very pretty binding with the black. You do enjoy having 4 seasons? That's one thing we miss down here. Although the best part of living in Florida is in January we can just laugh at the rest of the country because we're so comfortable down here. But then we bitch like crazy the entire summer that it's too hot. So, oops. All right, so I think that will make a good binding like that. And I can put something here behind this window, maybe some book paper. And then I can put some numbers or something on there. I think that would look nice. So let me just cut a piece of this. Let me read what it is first. Let's go with Skill rather than Skim Milk. And we'll work on this again tomorrow. And let's do frayed burlap. Let's make it a little darker. But I was thinking if we can get 3 or 4 projects out of this one pack of cards, that makes it a really, really valuable pack. Okay, so let's glue that down. Pin back in. Yes, I think something cut out or stamped in here in black would look really nice. So Linda, these papers are actually pocket cards from Tim Holtz. There were, what did I say guys yesterday, 55 cards or something in the pack? And they're supposed to slip into pockets, you can put a photo on the back, but I thought it might be kind of fun to make a project out of it. So, oh yeah, here's the packaging, 55 cards. Which I thought was great value. And I wanted to find, let's see. There's the one with the slide mount. My favorite die. We will cut one of the cards to make a slide. Maybe this one. No, I like the back of that one, so that's my book, so can't cut that one. Let's do it so the seam, yeah, we'll do it this way. Okay, this won't run through that die cut machine either. I'm gonna have to do, thanks Linda, thanks Cindy. I'm gonna have to go to the other machine again. Okay, be right back. So we could do it either way. We can have it so that I can just put a piece of acetate or a piece of vellum in here and that's what we're showcasing. Or I can have it that we can put something else in here. Yeah, I kind of like that. We can put a couple of words here. I'll have to find my acetate too. There's a red label. Let's see if I've got my small labels. Let's ink the edge of that one. And actually, we don't even need the whole thing. Let's tip these out. See if I can find something much smaller. That'll work. Hey, Michelle. You escaped from work? Okay, let's put some glue on the back here. Probably time I got myself some new glue. So I had a kind of a fun thought for the binding on this. This is not one of my interior pages, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to, yep, all right, let's do that. I'll explain what I'm going to do as I do it. So I'm going to cut a piece of paper that kind of goes the height of the slide mount. Sorry, come into focus. Don't want it to go into the opening because that's where my acetate's going to go, and I don't want to see this. But I'm going to cut this the right height. I'm going to glue it in here, just on the one side right now so that I can still put the acetate in, which I'll do tomorrow with you guys. Okay. So I can fold this here, right, and then glue, I'll trim this down, but then I would glue this into the book so it opens up as a page. Where'd I put the cover? Right, so this would be a page in here that would open up like that. And there could be something on the back and something on this side as well. So I'm gonna grab, maybe I'll put vellum in there. And I think it'd be kind of nice to put some kind of metal in here as well. So I need to go help my customer, so I'm sorry about that. So I need to leave and go help her. I have, Debbie is here tomorrow. I think she's staying through the live, so I will be able to work on this quite a bit more tomorrow. So sorry about that, guys. But I'll see you at 5 tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye. Did you miss what, Pat? I've got 10 minutes maybe that I can work on this, and then I have to go, and most of the prep work's done for my class, but okay. So if you remember, we were working with this pack. Actually, Debbie gave me a full pack so I could show you. We're working with this pocket cards, 54 pieces, Tim Holtz Christmas. And I pulled the cards out, and what we did so far, not much. Oh. And I would add more glue when I'm done with that. So what we did do was I cut 2 holes using the Tim Holtz squares, and I added some book paper to the back of that. And then I just put the cloth tape on. And of course with this, if you wanted to use it permanently as a book binding, you would need to add additional glue because it is removable. So, which is good because I need to straighten that up. Anyway, so that's what we were at so far. Then I did cut a, let's see if I can find it. I cut a slide mount from the Tim Holtz office supply collection, and it was this one. It was Specimen. And I added a couple of those pieces of paper in there. What I'm going to do is do a little stamping, and I thought I would put an acetate window in here, and I want my acetate to look old, so let me grab my acetate. We'll cut a piece about the right size, and then we're going to grunge it up a little bit because I don't want it to be new looking. So let me just piece for a window. Of course you can't see that, so I am going to, maybe you can see a little bit here. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, Pat and Mitzi are talking. All right. So I don't need to get involved in that one. I could do a little latte. I'm going to use alcohol ink because I just want to grunge it up and make it look like an old window. I could also use a gray. But you know what? We have the latte. Let's use that. Otherwise, I could be here for hours searching for the one I want. Now, you're supposed to throw these felts away, right? Because they're flammable. I never do because I get some really, really grunge coming off of it as well. So I usually keep them, but it is not recommended. It's highly recommended you throw them away once you've used them. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there, and I'm going to just dab it a little bit on the acetate. I want to make it look, and I don't think you can see, can you see how that's grunged up a little bit? Right, it's not so new looking. I'm going to add a little bit more up here, and then we'll glue that in to our slide frame. Let's see if I've still got some on here. Okay. Now I did glue this piece in because I then can add it as a page to my book. Okay, so let's grab some glue. Actually, let's grab some tape. We're going to use some score tape to put that in. And sorry guys, this make and take might take us a week to do, just with the hectic stuff we've got going on. Like I said before, I'm hoping to get 3 projects out of these pocket cards. Okay, let me just put that window in. Oh, and I really can't see how grungy it is, unfortunately. Could be my lighting. Maybe I'll darken that up a little bit before I put it in. It definitely could be my lighting. I haven't seen my dad yet. See, I'm hoping to go see him on Sunday. Car rental prices, unfortunately, have skyrocketed. So, okay, I'm just let that dry a second. Okay, we'll pop that in. And actually, I'm going to pop it in upside down so that the alcohol doesn't get scratched off. Okay, and then I'll just trim that. And then I'll glue it closed. Now I can see the grunge. I don't think you guys can see it on the screen, but it is dirty looking, which is what I wanted. I wanted it to look like an old slide mount. So let's glue that shut. We'll ink the edge of this. Let's see, what have I got? trim this. And I'm going to trim in here just to get rid of that transparency too. So it's like an old slide mat, and I think I just want to stamp a little something here. So the choices that I had were Tim's like field notes, because I always think those are good. Let's just do this with some numbers. Let me find a block. Yep, and we'll use this ink because I know where it is. And just something little there. And maybe we'll even do a, yeah. Okay, so there's a little page. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, so we got a couple of choices. I have, these are some fun tickets and things that I have from 49 Market from other projects. I have a roll of tickets as well. So we can start working kind of on the inside page here. And where'd I put my, here it is. So I want the slide mat on the first page. I think that could be kind of nice. Could be kind of nice. What kind of English is that? And it can be, let's see. We could have something like that. And then we can trim that off. Okay, let's do that. It'll be kind of like a little junk journal thing we're going to do. Debbie just reminded me, we're expecting a delivery on Monday, and barring problems with customs, the Paper Artsy Club is in there for November and December. So we've got that up online. Okay. Yeah, I think we should add that as a page there, and let's ink the edges here. Sunday is when the clocks change. It's my favorite day of the year. I get an extra hour of sleep. Okay, and I think we need some poly or something, I think, here. Or maybe we'll cut this one. I think these little pocket cards, I think there was $7.99 for the pack. And there's just so many things you can do with them that are not putting them in a pocket. Yeah, let's ink those edges too. We need the temperature to drop just a little bit more here so we can have the hot chocolate store. And now I think I would like pocket cards. Yep, another little layer, something there. Yeah, I don't often fussy cut. I'll confess, Amy, I most often die cut. There you go, let me check the time. Okay, we are out of time. Sorry, guys. We got a little bit further though, right? We inked our slide mount, put it into the book cover, and we just made a little cluster down here. Hopefully we can continue on Monday. But I've got 30 minutes before that class starts and I just need to get myself together for that. So we will get done. We'll get 3 projects done, like I said. And then I have a new stencil system to show you guys probably next week. I think a box arrived for me today that were the pieces I needed, and I can show you that. It's a lot of fun. Makes it easy. All right, guys, I will let you go. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Have a nice night. Bye.